San Antonio Spurs fans? Yes? No?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I briefly mentioned in a video a while back that maybe it'd be cool to bring back Patty Mills. A few of you have commented on that. You have mentioned this in other videos. Maybe we should bring back Patty. I thought, why not just do a video where we're talking about the positives and negatives of bringing back Patty Mills? Spurs fans, let me know in the comments down below. Would you like to see Patty come back to our Spurs? Hit that thumbs up, support the channel, fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And subscribe for more Spurs content. So let's get into the video. And first off, I'm actually going to do something a little different here, Spurs fans. I'm going to start off with the negatives of bringing back Patty Mills. There's not many, but there are a few. First off, he is a 35-year-old vet, and he's coming off his lowest minutes per game since 2014. He only played 14 minutes a game with the Nets last season, and his lowest points per game, 6.2 since the 2012 season. I followed the Nets a lot last year. I know there were some injuries, but really that was his least amount of usage in a decade. And to get Patty Mills, we probably have to give up a second-round pick, maybe 2 second-round picks, but we have 1 million of those. Probably just 1 second-round pick, I'm thinking. The Nets are clearly, their whole super team thing didn't work out when they tried to bring in Harden and KD and Kyrie and then former Spurs and LA and Patty. So all that blew up. So I think the rebuild, the rebuild's happening with the Nets. And they might be willing to part with veterans that they don't see as part of their future. Would you give up a second-round pick for Patty Mills? Now let's get into the positives, because the positives, I think, far outweigh the negative Spurs fans. First off, he was a San Antonio Spur for 10 years. Look, I know he was drafted by the Portland Trailblazers, but he is a San Antonio Spur. Come on. Not only is he a San Antonio Spur with 10 years of experience with our Spurs, but he's a San Antonio Spur with championship experience. Part of our 2014 NBA Finals team, where he averaged 10.2 points per game off the bench in said finals, and was phenomenal in the last 2 games, finishing out the series in Game 5 with 17 points in 18 minutes. Suck it, Miami. Anyways, his salary right now is $6.8 million. We actually could use that. I know there's been a lot of changes in the CBA. It's very confusing, but from what I keep seeing from you guys, what I see on the internets, the interwebs, is that our payroll actually needs to go up a bit, and that $6.8 million salary brings to our cap could certainly help. Of course, Patty Mills is going to bring leadership, toughness, and just for my own personal, fan, Spurs being Spursy, I would like to see him retire as a San Antonio Spur. That's just my 2 cents. And then maybe becomes a coach for the Spurs, maybe some kind of assistant, who knows? But while we're doing the youth movement, tons of young guys, we'll be drafting tons of young guys over the next few years. It's good to have a vet that's been there, that knows the system, 10 years under Pop's system, has been in the NBA Finals, has won a ring. I think Patty Mills would be very beneficial to the San Antonio Spurs and our young guys. So a short video today, because I really don't have a lot to say on the subject, because I'm all in on this. A second-round pick. I mean, seriously, how many second-round picks do we have over the next 5 years? Like 20? We can't possibly draft all. We can only draft so many guys and stash so many guys, and then there just ain't room for any more players. So I would love to see Patty retire as a San Antonio Spur. So I don't know if there's a petition we can start. It probably wouldn't matter, or if we can get this out there somewhere. I don't know how or where or who, since I'm in Connecticut and I have no connections whatsoever to anything in Texas or the San Antonio Spurs. But I don't know. Let's see if we can get something going here to bring back Patty. I don't know. That's all I got. I want to thank you all as always. And actually, before I close up, thank you to everybody that's been watching the music video I put up yesterday. There'll be more of those. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm a metal guy, and metal is not really popular these days and hasn't been for quite some time, but that's always been where my heart is. I grew up in the 80s, grew up on 80s metal, and then went to Metallica, Pantera, and death metal, da-da-da, so everything will always be a little heavy on my end. I just love making music, and I love sports, and it's just a fun combination. I was like, you know what, I'll put it here, and if people like it, great. If they don't, so be it. I mean, music is more so than sports, music is very much an acquired taste, depending on what you like. And Patty, I hope we change that Brooklyn uniform to a San Antonio uniform, and gosh, guys, the draft is next week. I'm just like sitting here like not paying attention. The draft is next week. Holy moly. Can't wait to see you next Thursday night when we hear Victor Wembanyama first overall, and it's with the second overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Scoot Henderson. Smells good. All right, I don't waste any more of your time. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Earphone users beware. And as always, go Spurs, go!
And when I feel like this, I'm